Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling kind of a chronic headache in modern home theater setups. That compatibility crunch, you get these amazing new sources, maybe an 8K console or a top-tier Blu-ray player. But then your sound system, maybe your sound bar, just can't handle the full HDMI 2.1 signal. So
Yeah.
you end up stuck, right? Choosing between the best video or the best audio.
Yeah, and that's just not really acceptable anymore, is it? So our mission today is to decode a specific piece of gear designed to fix exactly that problem. We're looking at the WolfPack 8K 60 Hz HDMI 2.1 audio extractor. The part number is HDTV SE11 HEA21-EO. Basically, it's a bridge. It manages that huge 48 Gbps pipeline, so you don't have to choose.
Okay, yeah, let's dig into that bandwidth first. 48 gigabits per second. This thing is fully HDMI 2.1 and HDCP 2.3 compliant, which sounds technical, but that compliance is really about future-proofing, isn't it? Keeping up with new consoles and sources.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it handles the top end, like 8K at 60 Hertz. But I think for a lot of listeners, the really crucial spec is the gaming performance. So we're talking 4K at 120 Hertz. And importantly, with full 4.4.4 color depth.
Okay, hang on. 4.4.4 versus, say, 4.2.0. So why should the average person listening care about those numbers? What's the difference?
Well, 4.4.4 means no color compression at all. Zero. So if you're hooking up a high-end PC or you just want really crisp text on screen, or maybe you're a serious competitive gamer, 4.4.4 guarantees you get the absolute best color fidelity. You're not sacrificing color or detail just to get that high frame rate. And speaking of gaming, it also passes through VRR, variable refresh rate, and ALLM, auto low latency mode.
Right, ALLM, that's the feature where your display automatically flips into its fastest mode, its game mode, almost instant response. So, okay, the video side is sorted, it's fast, supports things like Dolby Vision HDR, but now the core issue, the audio. How does this box handle the sound when the video needs all that bandwidth?
It splits it right away. The full 48 Gbps video signal goes straight to your display via HDMI OUT1. But the audio, that gets pulled out and sent specifically to HDMI OUT2, which is the dedicated eARC port. This is just essential for things like you mentioned soundbars, maybe the Sonos ARC, which often lack that full 2.1 pass-through.
Ah, so it bypasses the soundbar's limitation, that's the key. And it handles the good stuff audio-wise, like
Yeah.
Dolby Atmos.
Oh, yeah. Lossless formats, outnos, absolutely. And it's flexible, too. You get audio out simultaneously over that HDMI OUT2 and via coaxial outpouring.
Right.
So you can integrate it into, well, almost any setup, even older receivers, maybe.
Right. But, reliability is huge here. I've heard the horror stories, people trying to connect 2.1 gear, getting flickering screens, sound dropping out.
That's usually a signaling problem, a handshake issue between devices.
Do you mean EDID? The EDID management. People claim plug and play all the time. What makes the ED handling here more reliable?
So EDID is basically the devices talking, negotiating what they can handle. If they can't agree, you get, well, nothing, black screen. This WolfPack extractor has switchable EDID settings. You can manually tell it what the setup needs. So if your source tries blasting 8K, but the display only does 4K, the extractor mediates. It makes sure a stable signal gets in. It prevents those headaches.
Okay, that makes sense. And there's also signal retiming mentioned to keep things stable over longer cables.
Exactly. Retiming basically cleans up and boosts the digital signal. Think of it like regenerating it. It fights signal loss from cable length or interference. You have that crystal clear picture. Signal integrity. And if there's a plug and play, no drivers needed. And crucially, CEC pass-through on OUT1.
Oh, thank goodness for CEC. Juggling remotes is the worst.
Tell me about it. Completely defeats the purpose of a slick setup.
So wrapping this up for you listening, this extractor essentially acts as that crucial bridge. It means you don't have to compromise. You can get your, say, 4K 120 Hz gaming and your immersive Dolby Atmos audio over eARC, all working together smoothly in one system.
Right. And if you think bigger picture for a second, it really highlights how entertainment is converging. Gaming setups used to be all about speed VRR, ALM. Cinema setups were about fidelity Atmos, eARC. Devices like this extractor, they blur those lines completely. You can have one living room system that's ready for competitive gaming and delivers a proper cinematic experience, which kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? If one box can unlock the best of both worlds, how much longer will those dedicated single-purpose home theater rooms even make sense? Something to think about.